Manilla Cycling, featuring the best music and podcasts we can find on the web.
Despite having leaked more than a pair of fishnet incontinence knickers, the route of the 2014 Tour de France was officially unveiled in Paris on Wednesday morning. Kicking off, as previously announced in Yorkshire, the 101st Grand Boucle will feature 5 summit finishes, some bone-rattling pavé, and a singular 54 kilometres of individual time trialling. So has race director Christian Prudhomme upped his centennial ante, or is next year's route the hangover from the big party in Paris last year?
Actually, I said this last year, is see people who leak the course 5 minutes before the presentation starts. It's no big and it's no clever. You know, what kind of journal are you? That really made me cross.
Well, I think the route being leaked, I think about 5 months before the presentation is probably closer.
It's a different thing, though. I mean, you know, we all follow the same people who usually get very, very good impressions of what's going to happen. You know, and we had a rough estimation of what was going to happen with the route. The only thing that upset me is there was a very strong rumour it was going to go to Freiburg, which would have been a big party for us, but in fact it didn't. But people taking a photo of the press pack as they're walking in and publishing it as some sort of scoop made me quite cross.
Clearly. Right, to the route itself then. We're starting in Yorkshire, as we've all known for some time, and there's some tricky little roads in there. Although I suspect if everyone can manage to stay upright when it comes to dry stone walls at the side of the roads, I think it will be largely processional. It'll be a big party kind of going through some parts of England.
I think we're going to see two things, and one thing which I think will define the tour in Britain is the crowds. We've seen since, relatively recently, when the tour was in Britain, the crowds were enormous, when the prologue was in London. For the Olympics, the crowds were even more enormous. There's a momentum building behind people wanting to see professional cycling on the road in Britain, which we saw in the Tour of Britain, where people were standing in horrific conditions on top of Lake District passes just to see their favourite riders. I think essentially they're going to have to shut Yorkshire about a week before, in the way that they shut Alpe d'Huez, just to stop the crowds being too big to handle.
I feel like God. Red chucks in the bathroom floor. I feel like God. Red chucks in the bathroom. And I chuck, and I chuck my guts up. And I chuck. I feel like God on the bathroom floor. I feel like God on the bathroom floor. I feel like God. Oh, please don't touch me, I'll be sick in your face. Oh, please don't move me, go easy, I'm queasy. And I chuck, and I chuck my guts up. And I chuck. I feel like God on the bathroom floor. I feel like God on the bathroom floor. I feel like and I try to suck it up, keep it down, don't throw it up. And I try to suck it up, keep it down, don't get up. Feel like God on the bathroom floor. I feel like God on the bathroom floor. I feel like God.
We've seen since, relatively recently, when the tour was in Britain, the crowds were enormous, when the prologue was in London. For the Olympics, the crowds were even more enormous. There's a momentum building behind people wanting to see professional cycling on the road in Britain, which we saw in the Tour of Britain, where people were standing in horrific conditions on top of Lake District passes just to see their favourite riders. I think essentially they're going to have to shut Yorkshire about a week before, in the way that they shut Alpe d'Huez, just to stop the crowds being too big to handle.
We'll have Whippet Corner.
Absolutely. Whippet Corner and black pudding. But the other thing is, I remember in 98, I was in Ireland watching the prologue in Dublin, And very soon after that prologue, where I think the most nervous man in history I've ever seen, Chris Boardman, won it and was wearing the yellow jersey, he scalped his head, or his head, off a dry stone dyke and was taken off to hospital. And these roads they're tricky, they're very testing technically. There's a lot of up and down. Somebody said that it was like the Ardennes, which I think is taking it a bit far, but it's certainly lumpy. So you could see, given the nervous nature of the Tour de France, the first week everybody wants to make an impression. You could see, one of the big guys doing a Wiggins, the year before he won, where he went out, ended up in a ditch, broke his collarbone. We could see some changes happening due to bouncing off dry stone dykes in Yorkshire. But I genuinely think we're going to see crowds the like of which the Tour de France has never seen.
But see, to me, that supports an argument for the Tour of Britain to be a bigger race, which a lot of people
we both support, yeah.
A lot of people were very upset over the fact that its request to have its status upgraded in the future was recently denied by the UCI. But I kind of come back to this. There are more people who will be affected by the fact that the race isn't in France for the first few days than, no offence to the listeners south of the border, who will be affected by, racing past their own doorstep. It's the Tour de France that should be. I mean, I don't mind the occasional excursion once the race has started, but I think surely a country the size of France is big enough that we haven't explored every nook and cranny that could possibly be exploited for a big party to start the thing off.
Newer listeners will may not understand that this is one of your pet peeves. You hate national tours going out with national boundaries.
Right, and here was exactly my case in point. Was it last week or the week before, where we had this rumour starting that the Giro in the future was going to be kicking off in Dubai, and everybody went, "Oh, come on, Dubai! Would you start thinking of the fans of the sport rather than just the money?"
It's not just a typo for Dublin.
It may very well have been. Actually, I should look into that. But the point being, right, Dubai is in extremis in comparison to the Tour de France starting in Yorkshire. But if you have an extreme reaction to that, which makes you think, hang on, they're only doing this for the money and not actually thinking of the fans of the sport.
I'll sing on the mic. Okay, good evening, everybody. Here I go to sing a song.
In today's crowded world, it's sometimes hard to get heard. And sometimes you need a little extra push to be heard. That's where Manilla PR can help. We specialise in online radio and press for independent bands, with prices to match, and have been doing so for the last decade. So if you have a noise to make it with Manilla. Visit manillapr.com now.
Job for another job, so I can promise X, Y, and Z. Oh, 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 yeah, you can count on me. Oh, 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 oh. Think of that. Growing up pain, growing pains. What are you wearing to the party tonight? I go. Teacher said it's time to choose what I wanna be. I got a choice of X, Y, and Z. Oh, 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 oh. What do I wanna be? Oh, 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 oh. Feet don't fail Get a girl, lose a girl, find another girl. Settle down and borrow 10 times my wage. Oh, oh, oh. Baby cry, why does baby cry? You try X and Y, I'll try. Oh, 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 what do you want from me? What do you want from me? There's never time, there's never time for me. There's never time, there's never time for me. There's never time for me. There's never time for me. Oh, struggle is defining me. Oh, please don't fail me now. Oh, you'll never get a hold on me. Hold on me. Hold on me. Oh, you're never gonna catch me. Oh, please don't fail me now. Oh, you'll never get a hold on me. Hold on me. Hold on me now. Defining me. Oh, you're never gonna catch me. Oh, feet don't fail me now. Oh, you'll never get a hold on me. Hold on me. Hold on me now.
Normandy. And that's one thing that is very weird about this route is essentially it is the Tour of East France.
It is the Tour de France.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very, very strange and lopsided route. But I think, and this actually takes us to the next section of the parkour itself, because once the race has reached the south coast, we start hitting northern France, and the reason for that is this is the centenary of the start of the First World War. And
Happy, joy.
well, see, this is the thing. I mean, I honestly think that the route has been clouding, the need to pay tribute to the First World War, plus the fact that it was agreed that the race would start in Yorkshire this year has had an overbearing effect on Christian Prudhomme's thinking, because it's really dictated the kind of route that we've got, which is leading it to be very lopsided, because we've got all these stages in the north which are paying tribute to the First World War, going to Ypres, which, I mean, you and I have both been there.
I was in tears at the main gate.
Yes, I was going to say there is not going to be a dry eye in the house if anything is made of the nightly playing of the last post that happens in Ypres. Really, really emotional stuff. And you've also got, Lille, Arras, Rennes, especially the bits of the Voie Sacrée on the way to Verdun when the stage finishes in Nancy. So that's going to be really, really sobering. So as much as we're going to see somewhat of a big party, I think, in Yorkshire with tremendous crowds, it is going to have a very, very strange effect that we're having to really make mention of World War One and just take a few moments, I guess, as you should.
Absolutely, you should.
But this is a sporting event and one that's meant to be celebratory, and it's going to be, conflicting emotionally.
Never mind that. All that First World War stuff. Put that aside for a moment. There's kobolds.
Right, okay. But you see what I mean, though?
No, of course I do. Of course I do. I mean, we were hugely excited to be in Paris-Roubaix, and I mean, I'm not exaggerating when I said I was in tears at the Menin Gate.
No, I saw you.
Because, people laid down their lives, and that whole region, whatever road you drive on, you're reminded that, an entire generation of young men was decimated in the true sense of the word, possibly even worse. But there is going to, it sounds incredibly trivial now, there is going to be some cracking racing.
But see, there's the thing, is it actually the job of sport, which is there as entertainment of a fashion, and I don't mean to belittle it in any way, but it is a form of entertainment for spectators. Obviously, the participants have a different approach to it. But is it really the job of sport to be making an issue or making a point of paying tribute to the First World War? Looking at it from the other end of the telescope,
it's difficult.
Would it be actually doing a disservice to the memory of the First World War if the Tour de France didn't pay tribute to it? Because I genuinely don't think anybody would be up in arms over the fact that a sporting event didn't do the right, inverted commas, thing by paying tribute to the First World War.
I don't know. I mean, it's genuinely difficult. I think it's Mind that, all that First World War stuff, put that aside for a moment. There's kobolds.
Right, okay. But you see what I mean, though?
No, of course I do. Of course I do. I mean, we were hugely excited to be in Paris-Roubaix, and I mean, I'm not exaggerating when I said I was in tears at the Menin Gate.
No, I saw you.
Because, people laid down their lives, and that whole region, whatever road you drive on, you're reminded that, an entire generation of young men was decimated in the true sense of the word, possibly even worse. But there is going to, it sounds incredibly trivial now, there is going to be some cracking racing.
But see, there's the thing, is it actually the job of sport, which is there as entertainment of a fashion, and I don't mean to belittle it in any way, but it is a form of entertainment for spectators. Obviously, the participants have a different approach to it. But is it really the job of sport to be making an issue or making a point?